Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators who can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. The first channel that we're looking at today is The Adventures of Andrew and Ree. We feature a different channel on Tuber Chat every single day based on generosity that I see within the community. And The Adventures of Andrew and Ree came into the Tuber Chat community blazing with generosity just a short time ago, and for that reason have already been featured. With over 2,000 subscribers, they're actually officially on the road to 2,200, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther today. The way that we connect here in Tuber Chat specifically is to pick anybody you'd like to out of the chat. We have a lot of dynamic creators here and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Specifically, the best success is found when you get a conversation started in the chat. And you can pick anybody you'd like to get that going. Once you have a response and a conversation going, you can leave a single emoji to let the person know that you're going to be headed to their channel, then visit and watch a full video of at least 3 minutes long. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment while you're watching that video of at least a few full sentences related to the content of that video so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and then consider adding a second video, much longer, into your watch later list, so that at some point in the next 24 hours you can let that list run. It's probably most convenient to do it when you go to bed for the night or something like that. What it does is it shows YouTube that you cared so much for that creator's content that you went back for a second video already. These days we have to do everything we can to support other creators while we're connecting with them. Once the full process is done, come back into the chat, leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know you've secured that connection the right way, and then they will turn around and do the full process for you. Emotion is in the chat. That's our featured channel from yesterday. And I'm going to go through some introductions right now. Usually I do it a little bit earlier, so forgive me. I'm just slightly behind today. But we've got a busy beginning again. Kay Renee, thank you for coming in. The Chit Chat Queen, good to see you here. Froggy Went to Knitting is back in the house for the second day in a row, and that is actually our stream boss right now. So it's great to have you here. You'll have to forgive me while I'm refreshing some pages, and I'll get my list together. We'll do our introductions. And then again, in the chat, we just want to avoid too much self-promotion. The idea here is that we give much more than we expect to receive. If you are the kind of creator who enjoys supporting others and doesn't mind supporting even more than you expect to be supported back, you'll find it actually return to you much more than you were hoping in the first place. And that's kind of the mentality of everybody here in the community. So if you're brand new to Tuber Chat, hopefully you'll meet lots of friends and family members here and find the generosity that I keep talking about so much. And forgive me, I am just not having luck with my oh, we don't do any jackets here, Rahul. No jackets in Tuber Chat. I only have serious moderators, so thank you for asking. And it looks like we're almost set. Danny Riemann, what on earth are you doing? Danny Riemann, we keep knocking out your messages because of the fact that you're self-promoting too much. We don't ask people to help here. The idea is that you help others, and then you know that it is returned back to you. Rahul Palav, not sure what you mean by number 149, but I appreciate you being here for the first time. And then, yeah, Danny Riemann, just please keep that stuff in mind And then otherwise, Blood Dragoon is in the house. Thank you for coming in. I've been lucky to actually catch them on a couple of live streams recently. They're doing a lot of gaming live streaming. Cormac Brothers is back again. Thanks for coming in. Declan Fans 2020 is back with us. Adria Hicks is here. Thank you for coming in. Gazelle Shima's in the house. G Family, it's good to see you. And Helly K, I think it's been a while, but it's good to have you here. It's Sasha Henry. It's good to have you back. And Jaden the Guy is always with us. That's our friend Jaden Suh with another channel now. John H. Shelton was here very early. Thank you for coming in. And Kay Renee is somebody who's been with Tuber Chat, I think, from the beginning. She was featured many months ago, so hopefully everybody will connect with her. Louis TV, it's good to see you in the house. Purple Tube, it's always good to have you here. And Reading in Retail, pardon me, it's good to see you. Rohan and Shelley, thank you for coming back in. Sam's Vlogs, Trains of More is a member. They're already on the wheel. Protech Sports is in the house. That's actually the creator behind one of the featured channels for this weekend. ALOT was featured. That's the second channel from Protech Sports, so hopefully you'll connect with them. The Chit Chat Queen and Tina Talk Show, thank you both for coming in. TWTTV, it's always good to see you. Unmasked Lifestyle is an unbelievably supportive creator. I've already got you on the wheel as well. And Venom for Life, it's good to have you in the house. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. If I have, just please be patient with me. As long as you're still active, of course, I'll get around to everybody. Kristen Welton is in the house. Mariska Van Bunderen is here. She's actually just become monetized today. So we are going to raid Mariska Van Bunderen in 2 hours, right after Tuber Chat is done. Anisha LTV, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Erwin in the house, Erwin in house. Good to see you here. And Faith's World, thank you for coming back in. I know that there's concern over the loss of so many subscribers here on Tuber Chat. And it's not just here, it's everybody. It's everybody everywhere. So the trouble is, YouTube is doing this to everybody, and they've been doing it aggressively for many months now. They used to do a major purge every 3 months or so, but halfway through September of last year, they started to do this regularly within, several times per week. And what that means for all of us is we have to do as much as we possibly can to support others while we're connecting. And as that mentality moves throughout the community, we'll find more and more people doing more stuff between us. And Face World, yeah, we all wish we could get monetized earlier, but we see people getting monetized every week. We have Simply Royce, who's been a member of Tuber Chat for a while. She just got monetized and has been celebrating this weekend. Mariska Van Bunderen, like I said, just became monetized today. Corinne's Life, who's always with us as a member and a moderator, was monetized last week. And we see it happening. I'm probably in a different monetization celebration every single week within the Tuber Chat community. John H. Shelton, thank you so much for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Of course, those are never absolutely necessary, but very much appreciated. So for that reason, we're just going to have a look at your channel right now. John H. Shelton always shares for us on Twitter. And if you are active on Twitter, we have a special Twitter list that anybody who tweets or retweets is added to automatically, so that you can find over 40 different people who are likely willing to share each other's videos across Twitter. If you're somebody who's active there, you might find some action in that way. John H. Shelton's been added to that list, and I hope everybody will check it out if you're active on Twitter. TWTTV, I think I welcomed you, but thank you for being here. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. I tend to fall behind, especially when we first start, but as long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody. Mom Joy, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then, if anybody hasn't already shared, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, of course, I'll appreciate it greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but it's very quick. You don't lose your place, and I'll appreciate it very, very much. Gazelle Shima, I think I welcomed you, but it's good to see you here. And again, just please forgive me for anybody that I haven't mentioned in the chat. Let's spin the wheel and get a channel up here right now. We're going to look at yesterday's featured channel, which is Emotion, and they are going to be coming up right now. Here's Emotion here. I find it easiest to find this channel when we search for Emotion New Soul R&B. Just as you see here on their channel trailer, it says, welcome to Emotion New Soul R&B. I find it's easiest to find them. So emotion obviously is an incredibly popular word, not to mention name for a channel. It can be difficult to find channels in this scenario if they have less than 1,000 subscribers. But when you search, find, and click on a creator's channel name, you're really doing them an incredible favor with the YouTube algorithm. As you can imagine, as months go on, and this happens hundreds of times for them, their channel will move up the search results, and that's what they need more than anything. So I hope everybody will rally around this channel and give them a search, find, click, and subscribe to them when you get there. They're in the chat with us as well. And then Faith's World. Today was the adventures of Andrew and Ree. So every day I have a different featured channel. You can see them on the thumbnails of our videos, as well as on our social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I always post on Reddit. And then we look at that channel for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning of the live stream while I do the introductions and stuff like that, and then we start moving along. I feature channels based on generosity that I see within the community, or channels that have an impact on the community in some way or another. Yeah, other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Thank you so much, Declan Fans 2020. Hopefully you are doing well. The Moon Goddess Oracle, it's great to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to specifically to see them, please just mention it again. Like I said, I tend to fall behind, and I will hopefully catch it the next time around. We're going to look at Makeup Mom and Son, who has just become, in the last 24 hours, a silver member. So, this is a channel also that has had an impact on our community and shown generosity since coming into Tuber Chat just a few short weeks ago, as a matter of fact. But hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They've got 300 subscribers, 303 to be exact, but hopefully we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 310 or so, and get them moving a little bit farther on their road to 400. Sioban Collins, good to see you here. Is that a new channel for Tuber Chat, or did you happen to have changed your name from something else? I don't see our robot welcoming you, which makes me think that you might have been here before, and I wonder if you changed your name. The Adventures of Andrew and Ree, thank you for coming in. That's our featured channel for today, but we looked at that channel at the beginning of the live stream for the first 5 or 10 minutes. I should have taken you off the wheel for that reason, but we will get to another channel soon enough. And then, yeah, Danny Riemann, we're going to knock out any message that says visit my house, because we can't do any self-promotion. The trouble is that self-promotion is listed in the YouTube community guidelines, and they don't want anybody doing that at all. So our moderators and myself have to abide by those guidelines as much as possible. So we're probably being a little tighter than we need to, but we want to make sure that the chat is clean and everybody's able to have a good time and stuff like that. So we're going to knock out anything that says please visit me, pardon me, even if you're only speaking to one person at a time. The Tyler Show, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Stiff Breast Entertainment, good to have you here. And then Danny Riemann, that's okay. The idea here, if you want somebody to visit your house, please go to theirs first. That's the best success is always found in Tuber Chat when you make the first move. So you visit another creator, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, ring their bell, and then come back and let them know that you've done that, and then they will do the same thing for you. We believe wholeheartedly in this community in giving much more than we expect to receive, but knowing that it ends up coming back and eventually becomes more than you were hoping for in the first place. We see it all the time. especially for those of you who are new to Tuber Chat or newer. You will hear the stories that I tell about the channels that come through the chat and the ones I put on the screen. And you'll get the idea of the kind of loyal and dedicated supporters that we have here in the community. Yeah, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. The robot only welcomes people who have not been to Tuber Chat ever before. However, you know, there's glitches in everything surrounding YouTube, unfortunately, and sometimes the robots don't work perfectly. They might welcome somebody who's been here before, but that's how I sometimes might be able to tell if somebody's changed their name. If we see a new name in the chat and the robot doesn't welcome them, it makes me wonder. So I could be wrong, of course. And the Moon Goddess Oracle, yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for coming back in. Marie Rita, thank you for coming in. And thank you for hitting that like button. I really do appreciate that. And then Emotion is going to be in and out because they're actually streaming right now, which is cool. And then, other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Marie Rita just posted something hilarious, which is great, so people will notice that when they go to your channel to support you. And then I just want, we're not doing too badly today, but I just want everybody to keep in mind, please, we don't do a lot of self-promotion here. You got to avoid it, or our moderators might knock your messages out. They are always very serious. That's why we don't have a lot of moderators here. The people who have volunteered to be moderators for Tuber Chat have been here for months and months, and usually are here for every single live stream, so they take it quite seriously. Thank you, Protect Sports. And then Danny Riemann, thank you for the time that you've spent. We're probably going to be on for another hour and a half or so. We have a raid to do in about that time. One of our moderators, Mariska Van Bunderen, is monetized now, so we're going to raid her afterwards so she can have a monetization celebration with a lot of support from the Tuber Chat community. So, Beauty and Beast Journey is a very much loved and well-respected channel in the YouTube community at large, not to mention here in Tuber Chat. So hopefully everybody will rally around them. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but it really doesn't matter. We know that they're monetized. We just want to push them a little bit farther towards the next goal that they're looking for. So let's spin the wheel. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I hope Unmasked Lifestyle is still with us. I saw them in the chat at the very beginning. They have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up at some point in the next couple of weeks, and we are just nailing down a date and time for that. We're looking at Saturday, February the 13th, and everybody can get a chance to be a part of that. Hopefully you'll head over to that channel and see what Unmasked Lifestyle has got going on. They are an extremely supportive and generous creator who's been with Tuber Chat for months and months and months. For that reason, they've been featured quite some time ago. We're looking at Christian Nomad now with 855 subscribers. We're hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. This is another dynamic creator. They just celebrated 6 years on YouTube, which is quite an accomplishment. They've got a lot of dynamic content because they are able to travel, you know, hence the name Nomad. And then as well, they've got some drone footage, and I keep mentioning it just because I'm so fascinated by it. And they are generous in many different ways, including sharing information for the betterment of everybody in the community. And they do the featured channels collaboration. So I talk about this all the time. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I'm hoping anybody that's willing to do it will do that with each other. It's a great way to trade favors and start collaborating with another creator. And if you featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Okay, Carmack Brothers, I'm going to have to time you out now. Okay, I hate to do that. Well, you're going to have to take a few minutes. So, Cormac Brothers, if you want, please read our video description, and then you'll get an idea of exactly how everything works. You can decide if Tuber Chat is something that you want for your channel, but we don't do any self-promotion here at all. So, Thrill Seeks with 778 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We can certainly get them over the 780 that they're looking for today, and a little bit closer on that road to 800. And then I did notice Protect Sports earlier talking about swapping playlists. Yes, so if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, then please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And then if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Buddha of Destiny, namaste. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. We are going to look at Bugsy Cruiser next. And John H. Shelton, thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. We looked at that channel earlier, but I really do appreciate that support. Bugsy Cruiser is here with 51 subscribers. So what we're seeing over the last few days is this channel is very slowly growing. Now, I know that they're getting hit hard with the purging that's going on with YouTube. As I keep mentioning, for those of you who've been here many times before, the channels with under 100 subscribers are getting hit the hardest by the purging and glitching that is going on with YouTube over the last several months. So in the case of these channels, as well as everybody else, really, we want to do as much as we can to support these channels as we're growing. The other thing is consider doing more than I mentioned here in Tuber Chat. You know, I talk about watching a 3-minute video, which is very, very important for everybody. If you watch videos that are shorter than that, you run the risk of losing your connections. Consider watching more, 4, 5, or 6 minutes. I say add an extra video into your watch later list. Consider adding even more. Okay, so forgive me, I just was addressing something there for a quick second. So, like I said, we just have to do as much as we can. So, Bugsy Cruiser came over from Periscope and Twitter, as a matter of fact, and now has started with their Tuber Chat, with their YouTube channel. So, I'm hoping everybody will rally around this channel. They've already shown generosity in our community, of course. For that reason, they were featured just about right away after coming into Tuber Chat. Hopefully, everybody will rally around them, and we'll push them a little bit farther on their road to the first 100. Two Pineapples is in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I did see a couple more channels come in. La Cassie, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Angie Poo 215 channel is a new member. Thank you for coming in. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody at some point. Bella and Edward, it's good to see you here. And then if anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you specifically wanted me to see, just please mention it again. I tend to fall behind, but hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Gamer World, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And ironically, we're going to look at Angie Poo 215 channel right now. Oh, and Protect Sports, my goodness, thank you so much. Another super chat. You guys are taking life off of our stream boss today. Protect Sports, thank you again for another super chat. This is an extremely generous creator. Like I said, they have 2 channels, and their second channel, ALOT, was featured this weekend on Tuber Chat. Hopefully everybody got a chance to connect with that. Bose Pixel, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Angie Poo 215, like I said, happens to be a new member with Tuber Chat with 1.29. They are so close to 1,300. I'm hoping we can get them there. They just need a few subscribers. Of course, we want to push them a little bit farther so that they can get their 1,300 locked in and they don't slip below. And other than that, hopefully everybody is doing okay meeting new friends and family members. So officially, yes, Protect Sports has taken over as our stream boss right now. And thank you one more time for your super chat. We're going to look at that channel in 1 second. This is Protect Sports right here. I'm hoping everybody will rally around this channel. I was actually hanging out on a live stream on their second channel last night. But they're a dynamic host with some great storytelling abilities. I think their next story is coming up on Wednesday. I suggest everybody follow both channels. With 632 subscribers, we can probably push them to 640 or so. They're almost halfway on their road to 700. And then I see we've got a few more channels in the house. This is Our Life. Thanks for coming in. You're already on the wheel. Artfully Blind with Diana. It's good to see you back in the house. Tina Talk Show. Forgive me, I don't know if I welcomed you already, but I'd rather do it twice than not at all. But it's great to have you here. And Vanessa Ogumbwali, it's always good to see you in the chat as well. And like I was saying, Protect Sports has 2 channels, so they are aggressively willing to help people with swapping playlists as well. I noticed them mentioning swapping playlists in the chat, so if anybody is willing to swap playlists, you can reach out by simply saying, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Norfolk Dashcam, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is just asking, what do I use to make those clips? It's a combination of After Effects. It's really After Effects that does it, Adobe After Effects. And then as well, you know, they get sent out as a video, and I use Final Cut Pro to finish off. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. We're going to look at Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More right now. And then Norfolk Dashcam, thank you so much. Hopefully you're going to meet lots of friends and family members here. Hopefully you've had a chance to just read over our video description. It looks like a lot of text, but it really only takes a minute to read, and you'll get an idea of how to maximize your time here on Tuber Chat so that you can meet as many friends and family, members for your channel as you would like. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More with 1,060 or so subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. We might even be able to get them to 1,070 or so, a little bit closer on their road to 1,100. And then hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. I'm going to start adding names to the wheel right now. Bugsy Cruiser's in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm just looking at names we can add right now. So we've already seen ProTech Sports. I'll put our moderators on in a little while. We're going to look at Heli K. This channel's been here before, but it's been a while, I'm pretty sure. John H. Shelton. Did we look at John H. Shelton already? Pardon me for 1 second. For some reason, I can't be 100% sure. I meant to, so if I could type here. Let's just make sure that I'm not making a mistake. Why can't I type? We'll have another quick look. If I'm wrong, we'll take it off. Yeah, we did. Okay, we did look at this channel. I didn't want to make a mistake. The next channel we're going to look at is Norfolk Dashcam. Thank you so much for this super chat. Thank you, John H. Shelton. Thank you, ProTech Sports. Thank you to all our super chatters. Norfolk Dashcam is a new connection for Tuber Chat, and I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes if I can find one. Here we go, 1017. Add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list in the next 24 hours. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I will give you a thumbs up, of course. Subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators, and then our connection should stick. And hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Let's spin. And Bugsy Cruiser, another super chat coming in. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate all your support. We already looked at that channel, but I really do appreciate your super chat. Yeah, John H. Shelton, thank you. I put your channel up when you gave a super chat the first time, actually, but I do appreciate another. I just wanted to make sure. I would hate to make the mistake of not putting a channel up when I meant to, right? So I'd rather make the mistake of hopefully doing something twice instead of not at all. If anybody notices me making a mistake, particularly our moderators, I hope you'll give me a nudge and just make sure. I try not to make too many, but I'm sure I make as many as anybody else. Here's Brown Girl Bella. This is a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community, as well as here in Tuber Chat. Calming Mind Meditations, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully everybody will rally around Brown Girl Bella. This is Shannon, somebody who I've been connected to for over a year now. And, you know, when you start your YouTube channel and you wonder who's still going to be there supporting you a year later or 2 years later, Brown Girl Bella is one of these people. And the sad truth is, when you have like true friends that you start to make here on YouTube and you support each other regularly, you will find that you're only able to support each other in times that seem to drift farther and farther apart, where you'd like to be in each other's live streams or watching videos every couple of days or so, and it starts to turn into weeks, and then eventually, unfortunately, maybe even get longer than that. But it's interesting to see the people who are still there, who still come back and support you. Brown Girl Bella has been supporting me personally since before Tuber Chat even started, which is, you know, over a year ago. and continues to support on both channels. FT Gold Prince, good to see you here. Let me know if I'm supposed to be saying that another way. Buddha of Destiny, Namaste. I think I welcomed you earlier. I hope I did, but it's good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as you're still active, I should get around to everybody at some point, of course. We'll spin the wheel and see who is coming up next. We're going to look at 2 pineapples. And here's 2 pineapples right now. They tend to be live streaming almost all the time lately. They've got an active volcano in their area in Hawaii, and they've been able to cover that and find great success with those videos. And then thank you so much, Norfolk Dashcam. I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully you're going to meet all the friends and family members you're looking for. And like I keep saying, for those of you who are a little bit newer to Tuber Chat, maybe haven't been here too many times yet, you'll find that the stories that I tell about the channels that come through the chat, and particularly the ones that I put on the screen, will give you an idea of the kind of loyal and dedicated supporters that we have in the community. We're on episode number 149 right now. If you can imagine, we started back in May, which is really not that long ago. It hasn't even been a year yet. But we've got lots of creators who come by every single episode. We've got lots that come by, you know, a few times a month, and some a few times a week, and things like this. So you get a good mix, and there's always new people coming through Tuber Chat, luckily. So thank you everybody for the shares and the thumbs up and everything else. Clay Mayer is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. It's always good to see you here. That's another member, so I got to get your channel onto the wheel right away. And I'm going to actually put our moderators on right now. So, Riska Van Bunderen, Scratchin' Pete, P.A., Kristen Welton, who also happens to be a member. And we'll spin, and we'll get another channel up here and see what's happening. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And then, what should you do if a YouTube channel has the bell off? If you can't put a bell on, I'm going to have to look at Vern's Junk Closet for that, because I'd be shocked to know that the bell is off. I have a feeling I might have an idea why that's happening. Venom for Life is back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully we will... Yeah, hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. If you've asked a question or a comment that you meant for me specifically to see and I missed it, just please be patient with me. Mention it again. Hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. I'll have my eyes open for that. This is our life. How ironic, at the same moment that you send a super chat, the wheel actually came around to you. But it's good to have you on the screen again. And thank you so much for your super chat. You've knocked quite a bit of life off of our stream boss there, Protect Sports. And with 1,160 or so subscribers, we'd love to push this channel a little bit farther. We'd love to get them to maybe even 1,170 or so, a little bit closer on their road to 1,200. But This Is Our Life has been a generous creator and a loyal and dedicated supporter of Tuber Chat for quite some time. They were recently featured, and like I said, we feature a different channel on Tuber Chat every single day based on generosity that I see within the community or impact on the community in some way or another. And the Moon Goddess Oracle, yes, thank you for mentioning the super chatters. So, you know, for many different reasons, a multitude of different reasons, not everybody can super chat, memberships, and things like that, and that's okay. So I don't hold anything back on Tuber Chat. There's nothing that members or super chatters get that everybody doesn't have the chance to have. The only thing we do is speed it up for them. That's it. So one of the things you can do to support Tuber Chat as a channel is support our members and super chatters because they're able to support the channel financially. And I'll appreciate that. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat either. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And one more time, this is our life. Thank you so much for your super chat. And Mariska Van Bunderen is coming up right now. This is interesting because she's in our chat as a moderator. She's been a part of the YouTube community, or the Tuber Chat community, for quite some time now. Northern Mustangs, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. I did get you onto our front page featured channel section. As we'll see here, I'll talk about that for a quick second. Mariska Van Bunderen is an extremely generous creator in many different ways. So she likes to help people in all different ways. You know, she's a moderator with us here now. And then as well, she swaps playlists with other creators. And she's just become monetized today. As a matter of fact, she became monetized and has already had her first monetized live stream, but she will be doing a celebration after Tuber Chat in about another hour and 15 minutes or so. We will go and raid her, and hopefully we'll see a lot of support for her from the Tuber Chat community. But as well, she does the featured channels collaboration. I talk about this all the time. You see familiar faces here. Scratch and Pete, Sergeant Life, Corinne's Life, Makeup Mom and Son, and then of course Tuber Chat and myself. But if you have featured a Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page like this, please just make sure I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. But then as well, the reason why I go on about it so much is because when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So for that reason, I push it. It's a great way to trade favors with somebody and get a real friendship started. Life with Adrienne XO is back in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another generous creator who allows people to connect in their live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat, as does Mariska Van Bunderen. Right now, we're going to look at Claymere, who also happens to be a member and has shown generosity within our community since finding us just a few short weeks ago, and is already monetized with 1,630 or so subscribers. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,640 or so, and get them moving a little bit farther on their road to 1,700. Lava Bubble Land, it's good to see you back in the house, and Radical Productions has been with Tuber Chat for many, many months. Good to see you here. Yvonne Fournier's Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And once again, if I've missed anything that you meant for me to see, whether it's a question or a comment, please just make sure to mention it again. Be patient with me if you don't mind, and hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. And like I said, hopefully we'll rally around Claymere and get this channel moving a little bit farther. We want to see them, you know, hit the 1,700 that they're looking for right now. I will add some names to the wheel in a moment, but I'm going to spin one more time. And then we will, I've got to refresh some pages and this and that, and then we will get to, I'll get to adding some more names to the wheel, and we'll get to a few more channels. Let's spin and see what we're going to come up with next. We're going to look at Scratch and Pete PA, who will have a premiere coming out tomorrow and every Tuesday. Once again, Lacassie's in the house, and Mum Joy's still hanging out, which is very cool. I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here in Tuber Chat. This is Scratch and Pete PA, but I wanted to show you something. When I first put it in and go to search, you'll see that there's a premiere set for tomorrow. So I've already got the, oh, I thought I had the reminder set already. Reminder is on. That's at 12:15 Eastern time. tomorrow. So Scratch and Pete PA, as we'll see in a quick second, has a weekly series that comes out every single Tuesday where you're able to vote on the content of the video. You can do that through Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And it makes it interactive, you know, being a part of somebody's video. Not to mention, Scratch and Pete does a lot of shout outs and has a lot of shout outs done for him because he's one of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. And luckily is in here with our moderators. He is our one loyal and dedicated and beloved moderator that came in many months ago. He helps on lots and lots of different channels and is an extremely well-respected member of the community. Jack Dawson, thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we're going to look at your channel next. And then Artfully Blind with Diana, thank you so much for your membership. Since you've got a gold membership, that means you're going to get a guaranteed feature of some sort every single day, whether it's one of those clips that I play or an automatic addition to the wheel or something along those lines. As well, your link after today will be dropped in the chat every 30 minutes or so by Nightbot, like we see with Chrissy L and Just Vlogging Life. So thank you so much. Once again, Artfully Blind with Diana, and it's great to have you back in the house. And we will look at your channel right after Jack Dawson, as a matter of fact. For that reason, I'm just going to put it on the wheel so that I can save it there and it doesn't escape me as my chat flies by here. And other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. If you're willing to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course, and you'll find lots of people here in the chat willing to swap playlists for that reason. It's another great way to collaborate with somebody and get... See, I spun the wheel and I shouldn't have, and look at how lucky I am that I came up with Artfully Blind with Diana. It's a great way to get a friendship started when you collaborate with another creator in any way at all. I call it a collaboration. A true collaboration means you're making a video together of some sort. But I also use the word very loosely. But when I say collaborate, I just mean trade favors or do something with another creator. But the most important thing is getting that friendship started. This is what I'm talking about. This is why Tuber Chat is simply a meeting place so that you can meet other loyal and dedicated supporters who are going to come back to your channel over the long term, not just the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, to give you the likes, views, comments, and other things we all need as growing YouTubers, hanging out in your live streams, premieres, and so on. So Jack Dawson is an extremely generous creator who came into the Tuber Chat community just blazing with generosity and had an impact on everybody right away, but also is a dynamic host. And I'm able to catch him on several live streams, but as you can see, he's like just like live streaming like crazy lately. I can't believe how much you're posting, which is great news, keeping the channel nice and active. With 1,620 subscribers, hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther and move him a little bit farther on the road to 1,700. Shell and 10 Awesomeness, thank you for coming back in again. And if you are able to catch Jack Dawson in a live stream, you'll find some dynamic commentating too around the different video games that he ends up playing. I find it easiest to find this channel when I look for Jack Dawson MLB The Show. That's one of the video games that he often will play among many. And then as well, sometimes channels with popular names like this can be difficult to find in the YouTube search results. So you're doing a favor for the creator when you search, find, and click on them. But because Jack Dawson is such an unbelievably popular name, especially for anybody who has seen the movie Titanic, you'll know what I'm talking about. We want to do this channel a favor and search, find, and click on them, but you have to match the avatar as you're looking. And then Face World is mentioning, yeah, my good friend Happy Lux from Germany is streaming right now too, which is very cool. He's got another growth stream similar to what we do here. And I've gained hundreds of friends and family members for both myself and Tuber Chat from Happy Lux. Michael's Adventures is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. One of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. He'll be willing to swap playlists for sure. And John H. Shelton, did I not already put you on our featured channels list? I wonder. But I'll make sure that I do, so thank you for that. What John H. Shelton is talking about is the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time, where what you do is feature channels on your front page, and it's a simple way of collaborating, like I say. And what I'll do is I'll make sure that I do the same thing for John H. Shelton if I haven't already. But thank you for mentioning that. Right now we're looking at Artfully Blind with Diana, which is another dynamic creator who luckily is back with us today and has just become a gold member. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. Like I was saying earlier, one of the things you can do to support Tuber Chat as a running channel is by supporting our members and super chatters, because they're able to support the channel financially. Free Unbiased News is back in the house. It's great to have you back. Now, Artfully Blind with Diana, I thought we were already connected, so I'm not sure whether that's my mistake or something that YouTube has taken away. But what I'm going to do is take one of your videos again, and let's take something over 10 minutes. You've got a big variety of time frames. I'm going to take this 13-minute video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe, of course, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators, and then we should have our connection stick from there. Thank you one more time for your membership, and like I said, that means from now on you'll get a guaranteed feature of some sort in every single live stream, and your link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we've seen with our other gold members. Here's TN Lance coming up right now. Fayakemi Teachings, thank you for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you, but thank you for coming back in. ASMR with Princess, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in as well. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Faith's World is just asking, is there any more channels like mine in Happy Lux? So there are actually lots. There are hundreds of what we call growth streams, and there are some that we're connected to. So right here in the chat, you'll find a few creators that allow people to connect in their channels the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat, whether or not they're specifically growth streams. And one of our moderators, Corinne's Life, has actually just started another channel for that purpose called The Fishing Hole. So you'll see that recommended around here often. Life with Adrienne XO allows that to happen. Mariska Van Bundren allows people to connect. Forgive me, I don't want to leave anybody out. But there are lots and lots of channels that allow people to connect the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. They all do it a little bit differently. I try to make Tuber Chat basically the most strict one, so that you know that you're getting loyal and dedicated supporters. But like I said, we do that. All the different channels do it a little bit differently, some much more than others. And there's lots and lots of places to meet friends and family members. You just check out all the different streams and then see which ones end up working for you. In Rachel's Places in the house, thank you for coming in. And MSK Family Vlogs is good to go. One of the things we want to look at is making sure that when we're connecting with other channels, you want to be leaving long, meaningful comments. Like, in my opinion, 3-4 sentences is great. And the reason why is because you don't want them to get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter. If you leave something very short, like, you know, I'm here, or Tuber Chat, hey fam, and that kind of stuff. It's not a good idea. If you can imagine, so Tuber Chat now has over 2,000 subscribers, and thank you everybody for that. We have usually over 100 channels per live stream that come through here. Some for different times. Some stay for 2 hours. Some are only here for a minute, you know, and all in between. But there are that many channels coming through. So if everybody is out there saying, hey, I'm from Tuber Chat, what's up, fam? That's gonna get marked in the YouTube algorithm as spam, and I think it already has been. So you don't want to necessarily do that. You want to leave comments that are related to the content of the video, and the longer the better, so that YouTube doesn't necessarily take your connections away thinking that it's spam and it wasn't intended. Luenden Gaming has recently monetized as well. Thank you for coming in. It's good to see you here. Mr. Fulton Mraz always shares for us. Thank you for that. Jaden the Guy wants to do growth streams as well, which is very cool. And I thought I missed a channel coming in. I certainly didn't mean to. We've got MSK Family Vlogs and In Rachel's Place on the wheel. This is Tia and Lance. We're unsure how many subscribers they have right this second, but it really doesn't mention. It really doesn't matter right now. We just want to push them towards the next goal that they're working towards. If anybody in the chat has mentioned something that you meant specifically for me to see, whether it's a question or a comment, just please be patient with me. If I missed it, mention it again, and I will try to catch it the second time around. We're going to look at Unmasked Lifestyle right now. Let me get this channel up here. Actually, let me play one more clip, and we'll look at Unmasked Lifestyle in one moment. Unmasked Lifestyle is right here. This is another channel that has been a generous supporter of Tuber Chat for quite some time. They were featured actually months ago. They have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, even though now they're moving quite well because they're well over 1,100 subscribers. They're going to do a giveaway, and so far we're looking at 2 Saturdays from now, February the 13th. So we'll keep everybody updated here and let you know when that's happening so that everybody can have a chance to be a part of that. But hopefully you'll rally around Unmasked Lifestyle as a channel, subscribe to them, and check out what they've got going on in the meantime. The presentation on this channel is spectacular, but as well, this creator is a dynamic host, whether it's a video or a live stream. I've been lucky to catch them with interviews as well as just live streaming, but they always have information that I believe is great for everyone. And then MinersAct123, it's great to see you here. It's Sasha Henry's been here for quite a while, so thank you for hanging out. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. It's going to be MSK Family Vlogs right now. And like I said, these days, you know, when we're going through so much aggressive purging and glitching and whatever we want to call it with YouTube, they're taking subscribers and views and watch time and likes and everything. We have to do everything we can to support other creators while we're connecting with them. What you'll notice is 99 times out of 100 or more, when you see me put channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat, I am always subscribed. So Tuber Chat loses subscribers, just like everybody else does, a few times a week, if not more. However, nobody ever loses Tuber Chat. Now, not ever. I'm sure there's been a few once in a while. We see one that seems to have been taken away, but it literally is 1 out of 100 or something like that. And the reason why is because I watch longer videos than I suggest everybody to watch here. You see me, when I put a new channel on the screen, I take a 10-minute video and add it into my watch later list. I often go through more than one video. Sometimes I put a message on the discussion tab as well, which can lock it in. I haven't done that for them. Let's do it right now. Glad, even though I'm connected already, I just want to show you how easy this is. Glad to have found your channel. Looking forward to much more. Keep up the good work. Now, hopefully you do a better job than I do in leaving comments like this, something a little more meaningful, but I'm just racing my way through it right now. But you can see that helping any channel with less than 1,000 subscribers by leaving a comment on their discussion tab will be useful for the algorithm, of course. Hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. It looks like it. I hope I haven't missed too much in the chat. If you mentioned a question or comment that you specifically wanted me to see, just please mention it again, and hopefully I'll catch it the next time around. I'm just looking for channels that I can add to the wheel here. Let's get Mumjoy on there. Is Kay Renee still with us? We didn't look at Kay Renee already. I'm not sure if Kay Renee is still here, so just please let me know if you're still here. Johnny Shelton we've looked at. Anisha LTV I've already got on the wheel, even though I misspelled it. It's Sasha Henry. We'll get on there. And the Moon Goddess Oracle. And then I'll spin and we'll keep moving. Spin right now. And we're going to look at In Rachel's Place coming up in another moment. Thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More, for the time that you've spent. The African Humanist, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in the chat. I was watching. I thought somebody else came in, but maybe I'm wrong. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. We meant to look at In Rachel's Place. Let's get this channel up here. That's a channel that is one of our first members, as a matter of fact. We've been monetized since the end of the summer, and Rachel's Place has been with Tuber Chat from the beginning. She was featured months and months and months ago for generosity that I saw within the community, of course. She is always spreading positivity, so hopefully you'll catch her on live streams as well as videos. Janetti's Corner, thank you for coming in. It's always good to see you in the house. And then Jaden the guy, yeah, we've talked about that. It's more YouTube doing it, but yeah, you never want to unsubscribe from anybody because that's a big problem. And Rachel's Place has 1,120 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,130 or so. Get them moving on that road to 1,200. And Janetti's Corner, always good to see you, so thank you so much. Mumjoy's still in the house. I was mentioning it just because I got you on the wheel now. I know you've been here for quite some time. And I'm just going to clear notifications here for a quick second. Maybe I'm going to move a slight bit faster with some of the channels now. Let's have a look at the Moon Goddess Oracle. This is another channel that's already shown generosity in the community. Now, again, when you're searching for a channel, you want to make sure you get the right one. The easiest way is to match the avatar, of course, right? As I just had to do right there, but obviously I'm already subscribed, so it's easy for me to see. Moon Goddess Oracle has 1,930 or so subscribers. They are officially on the road to 2K, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Janetti's Corner. Oh, lost so many connections yesterday. I give up. It's been horrible for the last couple of days. I've been getting a handful of messages again for that reason. YouTube is really just like, it seems they're going harder and harder. And, you know, when this started halfway through September, I kept on saying for the longest time, you know, there has to be an end to this, there has to be an end to this, and it seems that there's not. But like I said, we're seeing different channels get monetized all the time. Mariska Van Bunderen was monetized today. We're going to go and raid her after this live stream so that she can have a monetization celebration in about an hour. As well, Simply Royce was recently monetized. She did her first monetized live stream yesterday. Corinne's Life was recently monetized. Llewellyn Gaming was recently monetized, with lots and lots of people getting monetized every week. So we know the channels are growing. It's just so unbelievably frustrating for everybody. And I promise you, Tuber Chat's losing subscribers as well. We used to gain, by the end of the summer, when we before the purging started halfway through September, we were getting 400 subscribers a month, probably 100 a week. And now it's down to about 140 per month. So we're working on barely over a quarter of what we were 6 months ago. So the growth that we used to experience, it just doesn't seem quite as possible, but we are growing. The good news is that you know that the subscribers you're left with, and forgive me because I know I'm looking at it from a glass half full. It's not that I'm trying to sell the idea. It's just, you know that you've got the most loyal and dedicated supporters. And I promise it's going to matter, because when you get monetized, most of us are looking towards monetization as, some kind of an end game for what we're doing here. And when you get monetized, I promise the income is a lot lower when you have a lot of subscribers who are never coming back, never watching, and things like that. It's a much more rewarding experience to know that you have to wait a little while to get monetized, but when you get there, it's strong, solid. You have real people who really care. We see channels of all different sizes with live streams and premieres and stuff like that, and you wonder sometimes, why do some live streams have 40 people in them and some live streams have only 10 when the subscriber amounts are the same, or it's all mismatched and this and that. There's a lot of different reasons for that, but in the end, I'm sure we're all going to be happy by having the more loyal and the most loyal and most dedicated supporters. So that's just a speech, but you know what I mean. Here's K Renee. This is another channel that's been with Tuber Chat from the beginning. Baskets Resale, thank you for coming in. Pardon me while I just clean up here. Kate Renee has been with Tuber Chat probably from the beginning. I think she's been connected with me even much longer, as a matter of fact. And she was featured as one of the first featured channels on Tuber Chat many, many, many months ago. We can go back and, we haven't featured a channel every single day on Tuber Chat, but well over 100 times. So we're on episode number 149. And with the exception of a couple of simple holiday weeks and stuff like that, we usually feature a channel every single day. So you've got over 100 opportunities to meet the most loyal and dedicated supporters that have come through the Tuber Chat community just by checking out those features, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on our thumbnails of our videos, or on Reddit, of course, where I always post. Calm Vibes with Miss Jojo, good to see you here. And Kay Renee is one of these supporters who you can bet is still going to be there a year later and even longer. So let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. And if anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, of course, I'll appreciate that. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, they really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that also. We're going to look at Helly K now. This is another channel that I think has been, I'm quite sure has been to Tuber Chat before. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat, because they were here from the very beginning. So I'm going to try to have a look and see if they're still with us. If not, I'll move on quickly. And I'm just hoping I've got the right channel, because I think this is the first time that we've got their channel on the screen. So I'm sure I've got the right one. but I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of their videos. Now, luckily, the latest one they put out is over 3 minutes, so this is fine for connecting. I'm going to add it into my watch later list, but because it's so short, I'm going to add 2 more into my watch later list. And then what I will do in the next 24 hours is watch those videos in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of at least the first one, excuse me. I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on as I do for everyone, and after today we will be connected, and then hopefully they've got our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. As most of you know, Tuber Chat is always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And Artfully Blind with Diana, thank you for the share. I just happened to look over and catch that notification as it happened. I do appreciate that. Of course, it helps us get more people into the Tuber Chat community and pushes us a little bit farther into the YouTube algorithm, as you can imagine. This is It's Sasha Henry, who's a relatively new channel for Tuber Chat. They've been here just for a couple of weeks now, but hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. And they're at 662 subscribers. I'm sure we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 670 or so, get them rolling. You know, they're already on the road to 700, but we can certainly get them there a little bit faster. Andy from AceFlaw1 is back in the house. That's another creator who has been connected to Tuber Chat since before the since before Tuber Chat even existed. Andy AceFlaw1 was with me on my personal channel when last spring I did a Playlist Buddies experiment just to see how that would work as we were gearing up for Tuber Chat to see how we were going to do that. So on that note, if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Bose Pixel, we've got you on the wheel now. Coco Empire, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Gazelle Shima is coming in as well onto our wheel. Faith's World hopefully is still with us, and I will let's spin and we'll see what's happening. It's going to be Faith's World that is coming up right now. I think I played that clip twice. That's Simply Royce. That's a channel who I was talking about has just become monetized this weekend or this week and has done their first monetization celebration. It was actually their birthday yesterday. Coco Empire, I think this is the first time you've come in since I started using that robot, but it's good to see you here. And then, yeah, hopefully everybody will rally around you know, our members and our super chatters and stuff like that, because that helps the channel as well. Faith's World is a channel. Oh, Danny Riemann, your name's not going to go on the wheel if you're not here. I have a robot that tells me the order in which people are going to go on the wheel, but I did notice a thumbs down as soon as you left, so I'm hoping if that was you, you're going to take that off. I don't mind giving people chances, but if I'm wrong, then that's okay. But the robot keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat. It's right here, and everybody's name goes on a list. When I need names for the wheel, I look over at that list and I start putting them on. It's based on not only how long you're here, but how active you are, how much you're interacting with everybody in the chat, and the robot keeps track of that for me. Faith's World is getting hit really, really hard with the purging and glitching that's been going on, and it's unfortunate because they're brand new to the Tuber Chat community and unfortunately just got hammered with purging. So I'm hoping that everybody will take an extra step while you're rallying around this channel to connect with them. They need a little bit of positivity right now, and hopefully everybody will give them that warm welcome, especially if you've already connected to Faith's World. Please just have a look and see if your connection is still there, because we never think that it's us, but 50% of the time it could be because of the way that you're connecting. And if that's the case, it's okay. We just want to all improve so that we can help that. So for instance, here's something we can do. We will leave a comment on the discussion tab. We could do this for any creator under 1,000 subscribers. So I will just say the same thing I always do. Glad to have found this channel. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to all you have to offer. Now, hopefully you're going to do a better job than me when you leave comments. I tend to leave generic things because I'm whipping through as fast as I can, and I don't mean to always do that. But you get the point of what we're doing right now while we're streaming. So hopefully everybody will rally around Faith's World. It looks like they've already got a couple people subscribing to them now. And once again, even if you know you're subscribed to a channel, anybody you see in the chat, when you have a second, just please have a look, especially if you know they're a little bit newer to Tuber Chat, and just make sure your connections aren't the ones that are being lost. If they are, just watch longer videos, leave longer comments. You should be able to connect with about 10 people per hour here on Tuber Chat, but any more than that is too fast. You'll probably lose them, and I don't wish that on anybody. Inspiring Charm, thank you for coming back in. It's always good to have you back in the chat. And then we're looking at Bo's Pixel right now. I'm not sure if they're still with us because they were here, I think, right from the beginning of the live stream. So we might move on quickly, but this channel has got 143 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 150, get them halfway on that road to 200. And thank you everybody for the time that you're spending here with Tuber Chat. As we grow and find and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend here. I hope you get the value out of your time that you wish. And then as well, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. So let's spin the wheel. I will think about getting another channel up here, and I will add some names to the wheel. Kristen Walton is going to be coming up next. Calming Mind Meditations is coming up. Life with Adrienne XO, which used to be Adrienne Villanueva Vlogs with a recent name change. And then Smiling Favor, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Oh, Tina Talk Show sent you over. Thank you very much, Smiling Favor. Like I said, hopefully you're feeling welcome, and you'll meet lots of friends and family members here. Mom's Little Things, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And then we've just added Calming Mind Meditations, Life with Adrienne XO, and TWTTV to the wheel. We've got Kristen Welton up here, who is in the chat as a member and a moderator. She's got a lot of variety on her channel. She's having some success with shorts videos, as a matter of fact. As you can see, she's got one with 28,000, another with 19,000, and a few more with a couple of thousand or more each. So that's an idea, but she also does a lot of lifestyle type vlogging, as well as a couple of cooking videos and a lot of unboxing. She's a big fan of the Boxy Charm series and has done collaborations with other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. With 1,230 subscribers or so, we'd love to push her a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,240, and get her moving on that road to 1,300. I'm going to move on a little bit quickly, and it's my pleasure to have your channel up there. Of course, Gazelle Shima is coming up next. With 1,000 subscribers. We've got a channel here that's just crossed the mark. At some point, hopefully we can get a few more subscribers for them, because what we know about the YouTube purging and glitching and everything that's going on is, you know, we all lose subscribers at some point. YouTube takes away whatever it thinks are inactive or invalid connections, and it's unfortunate, but it's the robots behind the YouTube algorithms that are making these decisions. I don't believe there's a lot of human interactivity there right now these days this year. But when we see somebody pass a milestone, especially when we get around the magical 1K, that is a big part of everybody's YouTube channel, we want to make sure that they get a few extra subscribers so that if they go through another purge, we don't have them slip below the 1,000. When I personally hit 1,000 on my personal channel, I was fine, because I got so many subscribers on the last day that I actually went to about 1,010, so it didn't slip below. But when TuberChat hit its 1,000 subscribers, we actually did slip below and had to catch those back again, and I don't wish that for anybody. You know, we all work so hard on our channels. We want to make sure that, you know, first of all, we're supporting others, making sure we're doing everything for them that we can to make sure that they don't slip below their milestones. And then for ourselves, we want that return to us, of course. If we give much more than we expect to receive, again and again and again, you hear me tell stories about how it comes back. This is Calming Mind Meditations. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If you've mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me specifically to see, just please mention it again. Be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, if you don't mind, and then I will try to catch it the next time around. In smiling favor, yeah, hopefully you're meeting some friends and family members here for your channel. Everybody here is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to theirs. What happens often is there are many creators who've been here for months or weeks or, you know, several times before. They will not necessarily go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat until they see how you interact with everybody else first, to make a judgment call for themselves as to whether they think you'll be a loyal subscriber before they subscribe to your channel. So it's just something to keep in mind. The best success here in TuberChat is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, watching their video, giving them a comment and a like, subscribing to them, turning their bell on, and then coming back, letting them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Calming Mind Meditations has 63 subscribers. We'd love to see this channel move a little bit farther. We want to push them towards the first 100 that they're looking for. We might even be able to get them closer to 70 today. What we know about channels that have less than 100 subscribers is that they're getting hit the hardest when it comes to all this purging and glitching that's going on. They lose almost as many subscribers as they gain most days. Even if you think you're already subscribed to Calming Mind Meditations, please have a look and make sure that you're still subscribed. When we look at their subscriptions, you're going to see that they are subscribed to many more channels than are subscribed to them. We see a lot of familiar faces here actually from the TuberChat community, but they're subscribed to many more than the 63 subscribers that they have. But I see a lot of loyal, dedicated supporters here. Like I said, you may not know that your connection has been taken away from somebody. So even if you're connected to a channel, please just have a look, you know, and make sure that your connection is still there. Emotion is talking about swapping playlists and doing the featured channels collaboration, which is very cool. So if ever anybody's willing to swap playlists, please just mention it in the chat. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Embracing Everyday Realities, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming back in. It's always great to have you here. Free Unbiased News, thank you so much for the kind words. Hopefully you're meeting friends and family members as well. Smiling Favor, thank you so much for subscribing. And then at some point, hopefully we'll have a look at your channel if you're here long enough. And what we'll do is make sure that I'm subscribed to you as well. Mum Joy is coming up now. This is another channel that's relatively new to Tuber Chat, but has been back with us again and again for several live streams. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. We don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to make sure that they are, we are pushing them towards the next milestone that they are looking towards. Pardon me, everybody. Thank you to Pineapples for the time that you've spent. I look forward to talking to you at some point after today's stream. And Smiling Favor, thank you so much for the kind words as well. It'll be great to have you as part of our community. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I hope I haven't missed anything in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to everybody. If you've mentioned something specifically that you meant for me to see, whether it's a question or a comment, please just mention it again. Be patient with me. I tend to fall behind, and I will try to catch it the next time around. Baskets resale we're going to look at. This is another... they happen to be a member, but they're here with us for most live streams. They've got two channels, actually. One of them has many more subscribers, but they're working on Baskets Resale here in the Tuber Chat community with 358. We'd love to push them over the 360 that we know is on their mind today, and a little bit farther on their road to 400. Oh, less than 100, hence YouTube deducted, Mum Joy says. So Mum Joy is one of the channels that we're talking about when we say that they have less than 100 subscribers, and YouTube is hitting them the hardest. So even if anybody in the chat has connected with Mum Joy previously, please double check and make sure that you're still connected to them, because we never think it's us when the connections disappear, but 50% of the time it could be on your end. It's not your fault, it's YouTube doing it, not us, but we got to do everything we can, including maybe double checking. One of the best things you can do is keep track of everybody you connect with here in Tuber Chat, so that in a day or two you can go back and look over your list. If they have their subscriptions public, you'll be able to click, see yourself in there, and then know that you are connected, you haven't lost them. If you have, you can reach out to them on another social network and let them know. We want to also help each other. If you notice somebody that's not connecting the right way, you can reach out to me on Instagram at TuberChat if you want. I try to be attentive of it so that I can grab it and then discreetly address whatever we need in the chat or outside, so that we can help each other. The more people that we get following the full procedure, making sure that their connections are really sticking with loyalty and dedication, the more it's going to help everybody in the community. That Blue Moon, thank you for coming in. That's always a very positive force in our chat. I'm always happy when that Blue Moon is in the house. And you will get there, Mum Joy. Like I said, we've seen a lot of channels. Mariska Van Bundering got monetized today. Simply Royce got monetized this week. Llewellyn Gaming got monetized this week. Corinne's Life got monetized last week. And I'm not even keeping track of how many. So Emotion, lots of... it's not very common that people yet have offered to do the featured channels collaboration here in the chat. So you might find yourself doing a little bit better by elaborating. And I would make those arrangements independently and individually with people. So once you've already done something else, like subscribe to another creator or whatever, and you find a couple of people who are loyal and dedicated, like that are really drawn to you, then I would approach the featured channels collaboration, especially if you're willing to swap playlists as well. That's a great way to get conversations started even outside of Tuber Chat. You could do it on any other social network, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, or any other, even TikTok or Snapchat, and whatever else everybody's using these days, Pinterest maybe. Then you can get the friendship started that I keep pushing. And then oh, Calming Mind Meditation said they did that and counted more than 100, but YouTube only has you listed at 62. I've actually heard lately as well that what's happening sometimes is people are losing subscribers and then a few days later getting them back, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, but, you know, thank goodness, I suppose. Oh, host, have I lost any revenue over the past few days? Not that I had seen up until today, but I've got to be honest, I'm not really watching it like a hawk, right? Because the numbers are always there. So there are some things that I look at all the time, and then there are other things that I don't really, you know, watch day to day because they can lose. I'm going to look, though, now that you mentioned it, and Inspiring Charm, if you don't mind, I'll see what happened and I'll converse with you outside. But the reason I don't want to get into it right now is because I don't want to look at something, not have an answer, and not be able to say anything about it. I'd like to go and inspect and see what I think might be the issue. If there's anything, I'll look at both of my channels. I can even look at the other ones that I run for others and have a look and see if anything's up. If there's something that I notice, of course, I'm going to share that information with everybody in the community, but because I'm not sure right now, I want to just be cautious of it. TWT-TV, I don't want to speculate more than I have to on things, right? TWT-TV has been back with Tuber Chat again and again. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. Again, we're looking at somebody, we're not sure how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them a little bit farther so that they can get to the next milestone that they're looking towards right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it. Even I have to be reminded sometimes, especially when I'm on a phone. But when you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It's very quick and it really does help, so I'll appreciate it greatly. And then I got to get some more names onto our wheel, so we'll get that going in a second. Lauren Perkins, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Lauren Perkins, it's your birthday. Wow. Okay, thank you for sharing that. For that reason, I'm sure everybody doesn't mind. We're going to put this channel up for a quick second, and then I will add names to the wheel. Lauren Perkins has been back with Tuber Chat again and again, so it's great for us to be able to wish a happy birthday. I hope everybody will give Lauren Perkins the warm welcome that, of course, I would be wishing for anybody, and wishing them happy birthday today. I'll look for some names that I can add to the wheel. Thank you, Faith's World. I appreciate all the time that you've spent. Like I keep saying, as we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder for all of us to support everybody as much as we... Yeah, I'm gonna... Inspiring Charm, I'll look after the stream. Other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Thank you, Faith World. And then hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. Lauren Perkins, one more time, happy birthday. Let me see what I can do. I'm trying to refresh a page here and it's just crawling on me. I'm just looking for names that I can add to the wheel. Like I said, I have a robot that keeps track of this, right? Is the African Humanist still with us? I don't always look before I put the channels on the wheel. The African Humanist, just let me know if you're still here. Life with Adrienne XO is already on the wheel. Radical Productions can come up. Yeah. What was that? Yvonne, Forney's Kitchen, are you still here with us? I thought I saw you just a few moments ago, as a matter of fact. Maybe not. Steph Press Entertainment might still be with us. Yes. And I'll add some more in another moment. Let's spin and we'll get another channel up here. Again, the most important thing is we want to make sure that we're watching 3-minute videos as a minimum when you're connecting with other creators. If they don't have 3-minute videos, you have to make another decision. If all their videos are short, you just add a few and watch many of them. And then Oman's Dairy. I'm so sorry. Somebody pointed out to me yesterday that when I keep mentioning your channel, I keep calling it Oman's Diary. It's Oman's Dairy. So forgive me for that. I think I've got it now, and I'll be happy to feature you properly when you're here. But it's good to have you back in the chat, so thanks for coming back in. And then Carmack Brothers, hopefully you're doing okay. I noticed a couple of thumbs down when you left. I hope that's not you. I don't mind giving people chances, but if it was, I'll appreciate if you just take them off. I had timed you out earlier because you're just doing too much self-promotion. But as long as you're okay with supporting others and doing things the way we do here in Tuber Chat, it'll be great to have you as part of the community. Stiff Percent has 413 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther. We'd love to see them get maybe even to 420 or so, a little bit closer on their road to 500. And we always want to push channels to get towards the next milestone that they're looking for. I did say I was going to look for a couple more names. We're going to have a raid that we're going to do in about 20 minutes from now. Janetti's Corner hasn't been on the wheel yet. And oh yeah, you would have been actually the next name I was going to add. Wonder if Tina Talk Show is still with us. Yep. Let's spin and we'll get another channel up and try to move a little bit farther. Won't forget you, Mr. Fulton Mraz, of course. I'm hoping that you're still meeting new friends and family members here while you are in the Tuber Chat live streams. And then Mr. Stiff Breast Dent, my pleasure to have your channel up. Oh, what did I do there? I made a mistake. Anisha LTV. I almost ruined your chance here. And then Oman's Dairy, we don't do any self-promotion here, so yeah, one of our moderators knocked your message out. The idea here is you want to support other creators, and then they will return that to you. And Mr. Fulton Raz uploaded a new video, which is very cool. He does a great job of posting, a lot more consistently even than I do. But Mr. Fulton Mraz was featured on Tuber Chat many, many months ago. He's been with us since before the beginning and always shares. You know, that's one of the things about Mr. Fulton Mraz that I talk about all the time, is the generosity that I show within the small YouTuber community at large, but particularly here in Tuber Chat. And then, yeah, Jaden the guy has been here for the whole live stream, so we're going to look at that channel. And Carmack Brothers, I'm just asking because I timed you out earlier because you were doing too much self-promotion. We just want to make sure that you're gaining lots of friends and family members here and growing your channel. But I timed you out for a moment so that you could read our video description and understand how everything works. And I noticed as soon as I did that, we got a couple of thumbs down. So if those are yours, just do me a favor and take them off. And if not, then forgive me and don't worry about it. That Blue Moon, thank you for the kind words. I'm always glad that you're here. And Jaden, please stop retracting messages. Thank you very much. Jaden the guy has been with us for a long, long time. That's our dear friend Jaden Suh with the new channel. Anisha LTV has 237 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 240 or so. And we'd love to get them a little bit farther and their road to 300. And I'll move a little bit quicker now. Oh, the African Humanist is still with us. We're going to look at Janetti's Corner. I'm going to put the African Humanist up here on the wheel. And then, oh, that Blue Moon, you caught us at the end yesterday. And then Danny Riemann, please have a look at what I just wrote to you. It's very important. It's important for everybody in the chat to be connecting on videos that are long enough. It must be a minimum of 3 minutes, 3-minute videos. If the videos that you're connecting on are not at least 3 minutes, if you're not watching at least 3 minutes of a video, YouTube will probably take your subscriptions away the next day. When people notice that when anybody in the chat notices that somebody is not connecting the right way, you can reach out to me on Instagram at any time at Tuber Chat. It's the fastest way to get a hold of me. I am on the other social networks as well, and then I can address it with the particular creator. We love to give chances. We always want to help everybody. If somebody's not understanding, maybe it's just a simple misunderstanding, we can help people understand how to do the procedure fully. But if you are not, YouTube will probably take the connections away, and we don't want that to happen. Everybody in the chat must be of the same mindset of giving much more than we expect to receive, supporting others even more so than you wish to be supported, knowing that it will come back. And I have to make sure that the chat is kept that way for everybody. So if you've connected to anybody today on videos that are not 3 minutes long, please go back, watch videos that are a minimum of 3 minutes. You can only connect with people about 10 per hour here on Tuber Chat. Any faster is not going to work. The connections will be taken away. And it's not me. I can't take your followers away, Danny. The YouTube will take the subscriptions. You'll find it tomorrow or the next day. YouTube will just take them because you didn't watch long enough videos, didn't leave long enough comments and things like that. And see, that would help. Gazelle Shima, that what you're talking about is an even better idea. That would really help. And then I've thought about the idea of making Tuber Chat 18 plus because it would stop some of the problems that we end up having. But I don't think I'm quite ready to do that yet. I don't want to alienate some of our most loyal and dedicated supporters that I know are under 18. So, Janetti's Corner has 315 subscribers. This is an extremely generous creator in that, first of all, they do the featured channels collaboration. I believe they're willing to swap playlists with other creators, but as well, they share information. We talk offline on Instagram or wherever. Anybody can reach out to me on any other social networks. And I'm always happy to talk YouTube, whether you want to ask if there's questions that I can answer. I'll always try the best of my ability. But if you have information to share that I can spread through the Tuber Chat community, I'll appreciate that as well. And I have a few creators that I talk to in that way. Janetti's Corner is one of these generous creators like I'm speaking of. We're going to look at Life with Adrienne XO. And then Carmack Brothers just put a video. Thank you. And Danny Riemann, thank you for the time that you've spent. This used to be Adrian Villanueva Vlogs. It's a creator that has been with Tuber Chat for quite some time now, previously featured, of course. Shows great generosity through the community in several different ways, including swapping playlists with creators, as well as, I think she does the featured channels collaboration. Am I wrong? Oh, okay, I'm wrong about that. But she shares information as well, and she allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Janetti's Corner, I hope you were here. I just had your channel on the screen. I literally just had it up. I don't know if you saw that. Right before Life with Adrienne XO, as a matter of fact. She has 1,410 subscribers or so, and we will hopefully get this channel moving a little bit farther, maybe even towards 1,420. And get them moving on that road to 1,500. And Carmack Brothers, we're not going to look at your video right now. The idea is you're hoping to connect with other creators and support them and watch their videos. And as you do that, you'll get more subscribers because those creators will want to support you back, and then they will see the new video that you've posted. Blended Culture Creations, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully, other than that, everybody's doing okay. If I've missed anything in the chat, whether you mentioned to leave a question or a comment for me, then please just be patient with me. I tend to fall behind. I'll try to catch it the next time around. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly. We're going to look at Tina Talk Show now. Can I... Oh. Kristen has a great idea. I just noticed a conversation happening between Janetti's corner. Kristen is talking about going through the history, the watch history, to see the next day who you connected to. You can go back and check every channel that you connected to so that you can make sure your connection's stuck. Make It Mom and Son, good to see you here. We looked at your channel earlier today, of course, because you're silver member. We put your channel on the wheel at the beginning of the live stream today. And once again, if anybody finds that there's creators not connecting the right way, please just reach out to me on Instagram if you can, and you can let me know, and then I can discreetly handle it, whether it's either here in the chat or outside. And what we want to do is always help anybody that is not connecting the right way to just understand what might be happening so that they can get the procedure down right, make sure that those connections stick, and then we can all continue to help more and more people in the community to understand. Explore with the Wagners, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Always good to have you in the chat. And that Blue Moon, you're right. It's great to see so many amazing channels in the chat. This is Tina Talk Show with 1,050 or so subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther. Maybe we can even get them around 1,060 or so, a little bit closer on their road to 1,100. We're going to look at Radical Productions now. I'm going to have to see if this channel's still with us because they were here quite some time ago. Radical Production. Oh, they've changed their banner again. And their avatar, I think, as well. Very, very cool. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They've been previously featured on Tuber Chat, of course. They've got 3,660 or so subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 3,670. Get them moving on that road to 3,700 and push them a little bit closer to the official road to 4K. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Meeting new friends and family members in the chat. Looks like it. Let's get Mr. Fulton Mraz on the wheel. He's an extremely generous creator who always shares for us. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, it really does help the stream. I'll appreciate it greatly, of course. Chrissy L is in the house. Thank you for coming in. We got to get that channel on the wheel. We've already seen their clip, of course. And did I? Oh, I didn't spin yet. Let's spin. Blended Culture Creations, good to see you here. And we're going to look at Jaden the Guy up next. Jaden the Guy is a new channel from our dear friend Jaden Suh, who's been with Tuber Chat for many, many, many months. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel to help get it moving. He's got 12 subscribers, so we want to push it a little bit farther. Again, we're always knowing that the purging and glitching that's been going on with YouTube is hitting channels under 100 subscribers the hardest. So we want to do everything we can to support this creator while we're connecting with them. One of the things we can do is leave a comment on the discussion tab of any channel under 1,000 subscribers. I can't type though. I never took an official, I took like one typing class in high school, like forever ago. And I have bad habits when it comes to typing. I don't type efficiently, so I make lots and lots. I'm very, very fast, but I make lots of mistakes, so I have to go back and correct them. It makes me not very fast at all. We're going to look at Chrissy L right now, as a matter of fact. That Blue Moon, yeah, I'll make sure you get on. It's always a pleasure to look at that Blue Moon. That's a creator who's been with Tuber Chat almost since the beginning. They were featured months and months and months ago. They always spread positivity through the chat, and for that reason, I love featuring that channel. Chrissy L is a gold member, so she gets a guaranteed feature like we've seen that clip. We're looking at the channel right now, but as well, her link has been dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so through the chat. With 1,640 or so subscribers, I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,650, get her halfway on that road to 1,700. That would be fantastic for this channel. And then one of the things as well, for anybody that's a little bit newer to Tuber Chat, or especially if you're brand new, what we don't do here in Tuber Chat is say, come and get me and then I'll get you back later. You won't find a lot of success here because that's not typically what everybody does. The idea is you support other creators and then let them know and they will return to you. So I want you to maximize your time while you're here. All of our time is very valuable, of course. I want you to get out of it what you wish for, and then as you're connecting with other creators, you'll find them returning to you, but you won't find a lot of creators willing to get you back afterwards. Pardon me for that. Are you going to be watching the Groundhog Day tomorrow morning? Oh, 6 more weeks of winter? We'll have to see. We'll have to see, Mr. Fulton Mraz. I usually end up waiting for the news to tell me what happened. And then, other than that, looks like everybody's doing okay. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. We're looking at Mr. Fulton Mraz. Uh-oh. Yeah, my computer wants to update. We don't want that right now. Mr. Fulton Mraz is an extremely generous creator who shares for us always. They were featured months and months ago. They've been with me long before Tuber Chat even existed, and from Tuber Chat since the beginning. So hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. He's getting really close to being officially on the road to 2K. So with 1,850 or so subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,900. Or, well, we can get them probably to 1860 today, 1855, maybe even 1860 today, and perhaps a little bit closer to that 1900, which means they'll officially be on the road for the 2K that is on their mind. And I'll look for names to add to the wheel in a moment. Antoinette at Fun, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. So we've got, oh, actually, I need to see this video. Why Robinhood restricted customers from buying GameStop, AMC, and others. I just want to see your opinion of that, because I did hear about that story. There was a big stock market shakeup last week, and I want to see what the story, fill in a few more of the blanks on that. I'm just curious. And then yeah, hopefully Free Unbiased News. This is a brand new channel, so we want to rally around them and help them get moving. With 31 subscribers, we want to push them a little bit farther. We know that channels that are brand new and under 100 subscribers are getting hit the hardest by the purging and the glitching that's going on, so we got to do everything we can to support them while we're connecting. You can see I've left a comment for them on their discussion tab. Maybe you can do the same thing. It helps with the algorithm. And then as well, consider watching more videos. All 3 of their videos are of great length for connecting, but maybe consider watching 2 or even all 3. And then probably should have cut that off earlier. So we're going to do a Tuber Chat raid. Now I'm going to keep the stream going here just for a few more minutes. We'll get a couple more channels on the screen. If everybody doesn't mind hitting that link that I just dropped in the chat and mention Tuber Chat raid when you get over there, we're going to go and visit Mariska Van Bunderen, who just became monetized today. She's going to do a monetization celebration, and we can go over there and support her. I hope everybody will. She's been an extremely generous creator and positive force within the Tuber Chat community. And like I said, just please mention Tuber Chat raid when you get there. One of the things people will want to do, especially because we've had some new channels in the chat today, is if somebody says that they've subscribed to you or connected to you, head to your comment section, make sure that you've got a comment from them there on a video that's at least 3 minutes long before connecting back. Yeah, that Blue Moon, you're on the wheel now. I put you on the wheel. And then, like I said, if everybody will just hit that link, head over and we'll do a Tuber Chat raid with Mariska Van Bunderen. And I will keep going here for another couple of moments so everybody can clean up their connections. I'm just going to put another couple of channels on the screen, and then I'm going to join you over with Mariska Van Bunderen. And Tuber Chat will be back next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times will change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Free Unbiased News, I hope you were here while I had your channel up. That was just a moment ago. Your channel was the last one that we looked at. So hopefully you'll gain a few more subscribers here today. The African Humanist, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I know if you're on a phone, it's hard to see the names on the wheel and stuff like that, so don't worry about that. It turns out that in our analytics, it seems that about 60% of the people who come here are on a phone, as a matter of fact. So that's interesting. I'll double check those analytic numbers one of these days. The African Humanist, hopefully everybody will rally around this channel. They've got 200 subscribers. We want to push them a little bit farther. We'd love to make them confident that they're going to keep that 200 and not have them slip below that major milestone. We all love hitting different milestones of different types. And thank you, Unmasked Lifestyle, for the kind words. They, like I said, have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up in the next week and a half. We'll keep everybody updated so that we can go and join them, and we will raid them that day so that everybody can be a part of their 1,000 subscriber giveaway. The African Humanist, like I said, hopefully we'll rally around this channel, push them a little bit farther. One more time, I'm going to get this link, drop it over there so that everybody can join Mariska Van Bunderen for a Tuber Chat raid. She's monetized as of today, so I'd love to see everybody over there giving her some great support. She's been a generous creator, supportive of lots and lots and lots of people. She allows people to connect the way we do here in Tuber Chat, so you'll be able to continue connecting with even more people over in her live stream as well. Thank you, Gazelle Shima. My pleasure. And Judalyn Vlog, good to see you. It's just the end of the live stream today, but thank you so much. Free Unbiased News, yes. I just hope that YouTube's not being too hard on you with the purging. When you have a channel under 100 subscribers, we find that they're taking almost as many subscribers as you're gaining. So it's a lot more work, but you got to keep track of everybody you connect with, and then you can get them, you know, afterwards. and it's important to do everything you can to support them while you're connecting, so hopefully YouTube slows down. Give me a thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already. I'll appreciate that from everybody. We're looking at That Blue Moon right now with 407 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther just to make sure they don't slip back below that 400. I'm happy to see this channel moving, and they are officially on the road to 500, which means they're soon going to be halfway to the magical 1K. And then yeah, free unbiased news. It happens all the time. We just have to do as much as we can to support everybody while we're connecting. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, we will check in about Groundhog Day. As we follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder for everybody to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every moment you spend here in Tuber Chat, and I hope you've connected to our moderators as well. There's a handful in the chat. Mariska Van Bunderen was here today. Michael's Adventures is here, as well as Scratch and Pete PA and Kristen Welton, and I hope you'll connect with all of them. And then thank you so much, everybody. I'll leave the chat going for a few more seconds, and I will meet you over with Mariska Van Bunderen for a Tuber Chat raid. I'm going to just drop the link one more time for everybody. And it's pinned to the chat anyway. And there we go. Thank you, everybody. Be well, stay safe, and we will see you next weekend.